We are making the surgical gown. So this is a tutorial for anybody who wants to learn how to cut, measure cut, and sew. So we'll start with the cutting first. So what we have done here is we have taken the fabric on a 15-inch fold. So from here to here it is 15-inch width. So instead of taking, let me show you, instead of taking the center line, don't do that, because we want this leftover fabric for the sleeves. So we have folded the fabric on 15-inch wide, and we have kept a little extra, let's say around 15.5-ish. So this is the width 15-inch, and the length we are going to take is 46-inch. So basic cutting is, I have made the cutting piece template here, but what you can do is just make a cutting of 15 by 46, and that should be a plain basic box. For the front, you will put the fabric folded, and you'll keep this straight edge for the neckline on the fold. And this neck piece, the cutting should be, let's see, around 2.5 inches down. And on the folded fabric, you'll take it almost 4 inches to the width and make a simple 1/4 of a circle here. And this is the front of the gown. So, and there's no cutting for sleeve. This is going to be straight box, and we'll show you later how to attach the sleeve. So we just do the cutting right now, and this is the front. Front piece has been cut and it's ready full length, and I have made a cut for the neck. Nothing for the sleeves, it has to be a straight line, and we'll attach the sleeves when we are ready. I'll show you. So next we'll do the cutting for the back. So this is where we took the front off, and now for the back side, this is the remaining piece on the front, and we will leave it attached for now. We'll do it later. For the back side, that fold which fabric comes in, we have to put the fabric back in that fold, and I'll show you why. So let's drag it up, and this is ready here. This is our cutting for the back side, and see, this time I have put the neck side on the raw edges of the fabric. Okay, so the raw edges of the fabric, wait a minute, this one is a little unaligned, and I'll align it, don't worry. So we have to align the edges together so that we have the even pieces coming out. So some fabric are better pressed than this one, which is fine. So here, the objective is to have these two stay together so that when we measure our back side, the opening in the back basically comes on this edge, so we save one step of finishing that later, and it will be more durable down the line when we are more washing and using these gowns. So you see how this edge will be the back, and this is the open side. The neck will cut here, same. This will be not 2.5 inches deep. This will be a little bit smaller, say 1.5. So this is 1.5 inch mark, and again the width is gonna be also 4 here too, and the same. Mark the neck, right, and you'll cut it here. So I'm not doing any marking, I'm just gonna straight cut, because now these will be 2 pieces. So back is 2 pieces, front is 1 folded piece. And wait a minute, I think I did not talk about the width of this one. This one is little slightly bigger we kept. This is almost 16 inches. Teeny bit bigger than the front. I would like to keep it bigger, but sometimes when we have limitation on the fabric width, it's okay to keep it 16. We will not go beyond. We want to use this fabric for the sleeves. The remainder of the front from the side and this piece, both will be used for cutting the sleeves for this gown. this will save us the fabric for the sleeves and not use the length of it. So here is the back side. Back side is open in both sides, and we'll keep it up together, and we'll do the sleeves cutting next. Here is the cutting for sleeves. Sleeves can be cut either in the fold or single, which is going to be 4 pieces. So these two together will make one sleeve. So we'll cut 4 of these pieces. And the reason I have 2 separate templates is we will use them on the scrap fabric that we have here. So let's separate it. This is the same leftover piece from the cutting of the front. So what we have to do is check the length, and the length is 18.5. So you can go anywhere from 18 to 19 because we will additionally put 2 inches of cuff in the front. So the sleeve length we are cutting from the fabric is anywhere between 18 to 19. Mine is 18.5. And the width, let me show you that. The width at the top is 10, and as we come down, I'm noticing this is little too much, so this is 8. I think what we will do is go up till 7. We will go a little bit lesser because when we attach the cuff, it becomes a little too bulky. So this is the length, which was 16ish. We are going to fold the fabric so that we are able to cut 2 pieces at the same time. There you go. Always keep a little bit extra while measuring the fabric. You would rather be bigger piece than a shorter piece. This is the cutting of a sleeve, and don't look at my template for that. I'm going beyond a little bit. This was 10. I'm going almost 2 beyond, and you'll see why. Because this is an older template, I improvised or designed a little bit. So this one was 7, and I'm cutting my template as well so I can reuse it later in the same size. When you come here, almost 2 inches away, don't keep cutting. Rotate your scissors and bring it down. This is going to be the armpit. The fitting comes better if you have that curve. So finally, this is our one sleeve. And this was folded, so we'll cut it, but we'll give a seam here later, and I'll show you when we do the sewing. So this is basically one sleeve, front and back. Ready? Okay, so this is the measurement for the second sleeve for the same one gown, and we will go. I'm avoiding cutting it from the bigger piece of the fabric, so it's falling a little bit, so just bear with me a little bit here. So these two are the ones that I just cut, and these two are the ones that I will need for the second sleeve. So here we have 4 pieces total, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are total 2 sleeves, and I'll show you how we put it together on the gown. So this is the back of the gown. Both the sides, the way we cut them, we'll put them as is without disturbing them. The objective is to attach the sleeves and pin them to the gown. So see how I am doing it. The two sides of the sleeve, one of them I'm attaching to one side of it. So single side, and I'm gonna pin the sleeve here. Take the other sleeve as it is, flip it over, take the sleeve, make sure the armpit goes down and the top is straight edge matching with the straight edge, and this is the other side. We will pin that as well. So back side pin, neckline is here, so not pinning it on the neck side. On the opposite side we have pinned both the sleeves. We will do the same for the front. So keeping the neckline away from you, put the sleeves, single sleeve on it, shoulder line match, armpit at the bottom, and pin it. Top matching, straight edge by straight edge, armpit at the bottom, and attached. So this is the front, this is the back, all four pieces of sleeves attached. I'm gonna go sew now.
Three.
So we're just attaching the sleeves with the machine now, the ones we just pinned, all four pieces. So I'll just use a simple straight stitch 2.5 mm, and you can keep whatever you want, but stronger, we'll keep it 2.5. Take out the pins as you go, otherwise you'll damage your machine or your needle. I like to do a double stitch at the beginning or and the bottom, at the back, at the end, so that the seam doesn't start opening up as you arrange and rearrange the fabric. तुम चेयर लेके बैठना इसके बाद. So all four pieces are done, and now we will arrange them. Let's see. So this is what we just did. Front and then the back. So now this is the front. We will take the back and match the right side of this and the right side of this front one and just match them together. I usually like to match them on the seam if there is a seam, so I match them together here. And I pin it because we will now attach the shoulders. If there is a mismatch here, that will be taken care of later, so don't worry about it. Sleeves will fall in place. We do the same here. Match the seam to seam so the shoulders come together. Right, and so now we will attach these shoulder here and this shoulder there all the way down, and then we'll come back. So we are done attaching all the shoulders we just saw. So take this off the machine. And the next step I like to do is, since professional gowns usually have an interlocking inside, we don't have interlocking, but these gowns will be washed multiple times. So what we do is, this shoulder we just attached here, I like to go over these seams. So one over like that and the other one like that. So I will do that over seam now. And we need to make sure the gown is sturdy enough so that when it's washed, no threads come out, or even if they try to, the strength of the gown is not compromised. So I like to go over, and I like to go as close to the seam as possible, but I stay on the multi layers of the fabric, whichever side they fall. So right now I usually try to open them outside, so they are on this side. So my seam will stay on this side of the edge. So let me show you what I'm trying to achieve here. This is the kind of seam. This is the seam we need on top. जाओ ना धागा पकड़ना चाहिए.
Okay.
This is almost done. All 4 or 5 seams that we have done so far, we are making it stronger and it's done. So this is after the seams that we have put in, and here is our ready gown. Not ready gown, but semi-ready. Sleeves are attached. Let's go to the next step. We will lay it down one more time on the table, flat, folded, measuring tape. Okay, so first thing, from the center of the neck, we will measure 16 inches down. This is going to be where we will place our belt, and I'll show you that in a moment. Not this one. So we need the string for the gown. We need 2 pieces, one for the neck, 44 inches. So let's do that. And this is the process created by Anika, so we'll use that. So we need 44 inches long string. So here, (44 inches), and we'll make a cut here. Should have brought my scissors. 44 inches mark. This is our string for the neck, and the rest we need 3 yards, and that I'd like to do manually. I don't do with the measuring tape, sorry. My process is just 1 yard from right shoulder to your left arm. It's exactly 1 meter. So this is what you're taking, 3 meters, or let's say 3 yards. And this is 3 yards. We'll cut it right here. And this 3 yard, the bigger piece, is for the belt. Let's go back to our station.
Okay.
This is our 44-inch piece of the string. We will mark the center, and the center we will measure from here. The center of that yard we will just attach here, so we know where to measure from. And then open up the gown, measure it backwards, and see where you need to start. The rest will fall in place. This is our starting point. We will pin that again roughly. No need to worry too much. And how do we put on is, this is the right side of the fabric, and this is the back of the neck. Usually we fold it inside. Since we have a tape, we will fold it outside and cover these raw edges with the ribbon, and it will be nowhere to be seen, no edges, they'll hide behind the tape. So let's put that on. I put less than half a centimeter inside, put the thing on, and it's gonna be straight stitch. You can do zigzag if you want. I usually do straight, or you know what, to make it life easier, let's do zigzag here. We'll take super wide, as wide as we can go. We can go 5, and I'm gonna go a little bit space out so it's not too clustered. And this is how we will put the tape in the neck. All the raw edges will hide behind the tape, so don't worry about it. Just make sure you are folding wide enough so it gets caught in the needlework. If you don't have a zigzag in your machine, don't worry. You can just do one straight seam here and do the second one here, and those two parallel running will keep the tape in place and keep the edges inside. So zigzags to have, that's all. So we are now towards the end of the neckline here. And there you go. Neckline is done. We have enough string in the back for tying, and this is the loose side, so we need this. So neck is ready. There is no rough edges here or here. It's all hidden. Now remember that 16-inch mark that we made on the front, basically the tummy area. This is where the longer 3-yard string will go, and this is for the tying. So let's put that. Let's show you what I do with it. This is our 3-yard string, the longer one, 3 yards. So basically in the center we mark it here. This is our center. So what we are doing is that mark for the front at the bottom in the tummy, we just place it on that belt. So basically this is going to be parallel to the neckline. So if the neckline is here, it's going here. So it's basically the belt is going to be parallel to your neckline there, and the center point has to match there. And then all you have to do is do a 2-inch stitch and make a box so that the string stays put while wearing or while washing, so it doesn't get anywhere and doesn't get lost. And no zigzag here. We just want a straight stitch. I've almost got 2 inches. What I'll do, rotate it, come down the width of the tape a few times, and stop, and then complete the box. And that is done. You see how we got the 2-inch box? This will keep the belt in place. So now the gown is at a stage where we have the neck straps attached, and let me show you inside. This is the front belt attached, which is going to stay inside. So see, this is parallel to it. Now we have turned it inside out. The wrong side is outside, so we will start stitching the sleeves all the way to the length of the gown. So we'll go around the armhole, and this is basic simple. Just make sure all the edges are lined up, and just close the gown this side and this side. We'll sew again now. So how we attached our sleeves to the body, This is how our arm will come. Sometimes this is a little extra, which is fine. Just make sure you stay a little bit away from that corner and don't go too close to it. So just go around and stitch all the way down. So this is a different fabric now, and this is gonna be a very small piece for the cuff. So let me show you what I'm gonna make. So basically, when you wear the gown, you have this cuff to stay put here. So this is what we are gonna make out of this fabric. The piece itself is somewhere around 3 inch, I guess. Yeah, a little less than 3 inches. So we need a strip of 3 inches and 3 by 3 basically, but 3 by 3 we have to do 3 by 6 of a fabric. So let's see, to get the 3 we need 6 height because we will make it double. So here is our 6 mark, and 6 here. Since we need 2 of them, we will go in the height here, just because I want to use the print instead of going black on one sleeve. So let's go, since we need 6, I will cut it at 6.5, and in the length we will go 12. So basically you need a 12 by 6 piece. So what we'll do, we'll make a tube of this piece. We'll bring it together. It's a little bit of static. So I'll sew a whole big tube, cut it in the center. We'll give 2 cuff, one here, one here, and then I'll show you how to fold it and make it ready for sewing to the gown. So we'll pick out it. So this is the tube we made. We put a stitch 12 full inches, and this was 6. Now it is almost 3. What we will do is cut this in half, right? And now put your hand halfway through in the tube, seam side up. On the other side, put your other fingers here, and then your objective is to join these 2 points together only on the seam side right now. So put it on here, hold it, bring your finger through, and just flip over.